welcome all to another Friday, another live stream. More drum and bass, like usual. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm doing alright. The tune took a little bit of shape. It changed a little bit. I'm not happy with everything, but it definitely changed quite a bit since the last stream. So, I'm not sure what we're going to be doing today. We might continue on this track. I think we will for the first part of the stream. After that, we might dive into a little bit of sound design with Faceplant. As you guys know, Faceplant has been released. And I can tell you that there's a few presets included by me, and yeah, I'm really stoked about it. It's a great synth. I really love it, and I think we might do some sound design with that today. I'm actually planning a lot of videos with Faceplant as well in the coming time, but this weekend I have something else, so I don't really have any time to make videos right now. The live stream today is gonna be a little bit shorter than usual. We will not do a feedback session. I actually posted a poll on my Twitter today asking what we should do today for the live stream, if we should do music production or if we should do a full-on feedback session for the entire live stream. It was like 13 people voted, and I think it was like 9 votes for music production and 2 votes for, or 4 votes for live stream or something like that. Let's see. Let's see what the outcome was. Well, we have 85% saying music production, so we're gonna do music production today. I will not be doing a feedback session because tomorrow is the annual Rotterdam Rooftop Days, and last year I went there and I shot some of the, well, to date, some of the photos that I like the most. And as most of you know, my hard drive containing all of my photos crashed last year, or somewhere during this year, and I lost all of those photos. So this weekend it's again, and I of course signed up for all these different rooftops again, so I'm gonna be visiting a lot of different rooftops in the upcoming 2 days. And that's why I will not be streaming till as late as usual. I will probably stop a little bit sooner because I gotta be up early. I gotta be up early and head downtown to go shoot some rooftops. And but I mean, we're still gonna be working on some music, obviously. And yeah, let's get to it. So, sound sick art near completion, I guess. Yeah, I feel this track is definitely getting close to completion. It's like I just gotta figure out the second drop, if I want to have the second drop exactly the same as the first, or if I want to do something different. I'm not entirely sure about that yet. I kind of want to do something in the breakdown, and holy shit, these kids outside are screaming. Let me just close my window. That should help. Sorry for that. Now, let's see. Let me switch to the other view, by the way. There we go. Alright. So yeah, this track is, it's definitely, getting there. This track is just a matter of, pretty much figuring everything out. I mean, I could just copy this entire drop right here and just paste it right here, and then we would pretty much have the entire track. That's pretty much it. It's just that I might want to do something slightly different, and there's a couple of different things in here that I'm not entirely sure about. There's a lot of different layers that are turned off right now because I'm not entirely sure about them. And I mean, the mix overall needs quite a bit of work. There's some weird stereo things going on in the intro. There's a couple of, especially in the stereo spectrum, like everything needs to be controlled because it's just all over the place. I haven't really gotten to that point yet, and but I do like where it's going. I'm still working on a particular section. That is one thing that I added before the live stream. I did this about, let's say, 2 days ago, I think, and I worked a bit more on it yesterday. This is the little brass thing that kind of ties the intro together, or it ties the intro to the drop, pretty much. And I'm not entirely sure about it yet. It needs to be, it needs to sit better in the mix right now, but I don't know. Why am I not hearing anything? Oh, wait. That's why. I don't know, might have to do some work on that, but I'll figure that out. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be good weather for the rooftop days. Maybe even too good. Like, I mean, for photography speaking, I mean, I would prefer if it would be like, you know, well, good temperatures. I mean, that's of course no rain. That would be great. Because I'm gonna be cycling through the city all day, and I have like 30 kilograms of like photography gear with me, but with like 30 degrees, I'm gonna be sweating my ass off because not all these rooftops, you gotta walk upstairs and shit, right? So, man, I'm gonna be taking all my camera gear up these stairs all day with like 30 degrees. That's gonna be fun. But the other downside is that there's probably not gonna be much clouds, and just like clear blue skies are not the best for photography. Sunday it's gonna be hotter, but it shows like there's gonna be more clouds, so maybe Sunday it's gonna be even better. But I mean, I can't complain. I really can't complain about about the weather. I mean, it could have just as well started raining all day, pretty much, and it looks like it's just gonna be like the 2 hottest days of the month. So we'll see, we'll see. I signed up for a bunch of rooftops, a couple of new ones that I'd never been on before, which is gonna be fun. And I actually signed up today for a couple of other things as well, which is 2 weeks after, and like in 2 weeks. So the live stream in 2 weeks might be a little shorter as well, because I'm gonna be doing a similar kind of thing, except I'm going to different places. So, but it's fun, you know. It's great to at least get a couple of new photos shot, because I lost everything, and I haven't really, you know, went out to shoot photos. And it's like, when I go out shooting photos, I just want to go somewhere that is fun, you know, somewhere that you don't get to see every single day, you know, and yes, Rotterdam, you can see that city every single day, but not from the angle that I'm gonna be able to see tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. So it's kind of fun, and this kind of pushes me to go out and shoot some photos again, which will get me some more stuff to post on my Instagram, you know, which is always good. It's been a while. It was alright out here today as well. It wasn't too bad. Like this sound right here. That's the first one of the stream. I'm drinking Coca-Cola, by the way, so I'm gonna be burping a lot during the stream, I guess. This is the one that I definitely need to work on, because it's a really nice sound. I was inspired by the computer music video that they posted with damn, I always forget people's names when I want to talk about them. Heist. They did a video with him earlier this week, I think, or maybe last week it was, but very recently. And they were talking about, you know, he was talking about a pad layer that he was using in this intro, and he used LFO tool to do some, well, create some movement on it. And I was like, oh, that's actually pretty interesting. I never really use LFO tool for that, other than just for doing some sidechaining. And I was like, oh, that's actually pretty useful. I mean, it's kind of sidechaining what he was doing, but just in more like a musical way. Where you're using it as an effect and not as a mixing tool. And what he was doing, he was basically just using LFO tool, creating a shape like this, and applying that to a pad, so that it got some movement. Now this LFO right here is set up to a 1/2 rate, so that's 2 beats, and basically it just means that every 2 beats it just fades in, and then it ducks away again, which is kind of cool. And I like that. It's a very cool trick. So this is that pad without the LFO tool. Now the stereo is all over the place, which kind of fun. But then with the LFO tool, you get this. It just adds a bit more movement, especially when you listen to it in the mix. Like this is without. I mean, kinda works. But then with the LFO tool, it kinda adds some more movement, which is nice. The one thing I don't like, I wished, this is sound coming from Contact, by the way. It's from the Gravity library. And as you can see, it's built up out of 3 layers. And I was muting the layers because I kind of just wanted to have that percussion. That percussion that you hear in this sound is really interesting. And that fitted the intro really well, but I just couldn't get the percussion by itself, which kinda sucks, but I mean, I guess I'll have to deal with it. Like this is the full sound. Let's mute that. Let's mute this as well. See, so this 3rd layer contains that high frequency, kind of pad, what is it? And it contains the percussion as well, which is kind of sucks a bit, because I wished I had the percussion by itself. Because I'm not entirely liking that high frequency layer, but I mean, it kind of works, so I'll keep it. Let's see what is going on here. There's a jump happening somewhere here. Oh yeah, it's here. Okay. I'm going to automate this one. Takes a little bit of that muddiness away when the filter is all the way down. Yeah, I think that works. Jesus, dude! You only have to say it once. The skin is named after me. It's my own skin.
I sent the tune from 2 weeks ago again for feedback. After some changes, I am going out though, so we'll watch VOD tomorrow.
Thanks a lot, Nash, for the €5 donation, but I have to tell you that I just announced at the start of the live stream that I'm not going to be able to do a feedback session today because I am going to be shooting photos tomorrow. So I'm going to be up tomorrow early, and that's why I will just be doing some music production instead. I actually asked on my Twitter today what you guys would like to see, and pretty much everybody voted for music production, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I can still give you some feedback on your track maybe later this weekend if I remember though, because I usually forget. But I'll try to give you some feedback later on in the weekend, or after the weekend probably, because I'm going to be shooting photos all weekend. Been using Elevotal to add movement to much more forefront instruments recently. Yeah, I mean, Elevotal is really nice. It can definitely be used for creating interesting effects like that. Yeah, I use it more and more as well. Let's see, I heard a kick drum here that sounded slightly off. Probably this one, right here. Sounds alright, I guess. Kinda works. Yeah, that's better. So it was a little late. It was like here, I think. I guess I'll put it here. Sounds a little cleaner. Okay, so here I'm going into a new section where I kind of started doing something, but yeah, it needs a lot of work. Let me just say that. Am I the only one who's noticed this, by the way? Ever since Live updated to 10.1, every now and then I'm seeing like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like the notes don't properly align to...
See, I'm a playboy.
There we go. Matic again.
Sell your skin to Matt, 50 €.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thanks a lot for the €10 donation, Medic. Thanks a lot. Like usual. Good one. Let's see. I like the Kilohertz effects plugins, but they wouldn't work. What? I'm not entirely sure what you mean. Artifacts in the drum lanes, what are the gaps showing there? What do you mean? In the drum lanes. You mean here? I mean, these are just kick and snare, right? So just my kick, and then a snare, and those are layered with this break. So that together. See? And yeah, everything else here is just percussion and stuff. So I'm not sure what you mean with the gaps. Like, if you mean these gaps right here, that's just, you know, for variation, I guess. You know, right here I just cut the drums out. See, that just cut the drums out completely. And you can hear that in the track as well. Such a weird, simple but weird sound, but I want to make it weirder somehow. Let's try. I mean, that could work. I guess it works. Let me make that a little bigger so everybody can see that. God damn it, I need a 4K screen. Oh man. I mean, you can get a see, the only thing that keeps me from getting a 4K screen is because everything is just going to be so tiny on the live stream for all of you guys. But I guess I can upscale Ableton, right? But then it doesn't really do much of a difference. I need more screen space. I've got a second screen, but I want you guys to see it, so let's see. What's this doing? Should we do more FM? Let's try more FM on this sound. Why not? Acidic? Why not? Try it out. Let's, what if we do that to here? Send it to somewhere else. Yeah, I need a wall of screens. Oh man, no. Andrew Wong, he did a video with that huge, what was it? LG, I think it was. It was like the screen was like, I don't know. It was like gigantic. It was huge. It probably doesn't even fit on my desk. It's like, I don't know, screen resolution or like aspect ratio was like, instead of 16:9, it was like, I don't know, maybe a 32:9 or something like that. Which was crazy. It changes super subtle, but now it kind of gets a weird, like an extra lower mid frequency kind of harmonic. Kinda works as well. Holy... What the hell was that? What? Oh, I think I know what that was. I have been looping this section all the time, and the end of the vocal with the delay on it is right here, and it probably started stacking all those delays on top of each other, and I had this track on solo, so we didn't hear them, and then as soon as I turned this track off solo, we heard all the delays stacked on top of each other. I think that is what was causing it. It's kind of annoying, but you have to move to a position where the delay is not turned on for it to stop. It does such a weird thing. I'm not sure about the sound. Kind of works, but might have to tweak it a little bit. See, now we get just the end of that vocal. Come on, stop. Could work. Let's try out. Man, that sounded so weird. It starts to go like really weird at like the start of this section. Like here it goes like. I think it's because the comb filter is still moving down. Yeah, now it actually starts rising again, right off the bat. So I'm not sure what is happening here. Like, oh, I know what is happening here, but I'm not sure about it. I don't know if I like what the bass is doing here. I like this section, that kind of works. But this part I'm not sure about yet. I kind of want to do something different for that. I do want to bring the lead back in, but maybe at a lower pitch. What can I do in that gap? I mean, that kind of works, having a little note in front of it, and then I could probably cut some stuff out. Let's see, what is this? That's kind of nice, I'll leave that. Something in the drums is also continuing. It's probably the drum fill. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure about this section. Let's just make a new bass. Let's just come up with a Reese or something. Might be able to put that in. Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of people saying that about the snap-ins, like, you gotta buy those separate. Yes, but they are not just for faceplant, yeah, like, they also work as separate plugins. They work in Snap Heap, they work in Multipass, which is two different plugins of Kilohertz. And the fact that they are also their own VST plugins, like, you're not just paying for the snap-ins itself and to be able to use them inside of faceplant. You can also put them on whatever you want. You know, you could put them on your vocal track, or you could put them on your kick drum that you've got. You know, it doesn't really matter because they're all separate VST plugins. They just happen to load into faceplant as well. Now, I have to say I really love them. I've been using them a lot, and they've been very, very, very helpful. I have to say, you can see it as well. Like in my last few live streams, I've been using a lot of these little plugins, like the comb filter, the frequency filter, the frequency shifter, the pitch shifter as well, which is really cool. And just overall, there's a couple of other ones. The distortion is really nice, and that disperser one is really fun. That one can do really weird things on drums. So basic rees. We could maybe, yeah. Well, let's just do that. Let's event this one. You know what? Let's event it with something else. Let's do a wavetable. Smumple. Don't know what that sounds like, but let's try it out. Let's assign it to the face. That's gonna be weird. Ooh. That's like super weird. Maybe a little bit. There he is. There he is, the man himself who made the wavetable. Welcome. Welcome to the live stream. You made a bunch of the wavetables, right? If I'm correct. I actually haven't gotten around to making my own. I should get to that pretty soon, probably. I need to play a little bit with the editor. I have to say, I haven't really done much with the editor yet, but it looks great fun. I'll have to play around with that a bit more. You made not all, but you made a bunch. Okay. I mean, what does this one actually sound like? Like... And man, I need to put my MIDI controller somewhere else. I actually need to put it on this side, or better even in front of me, but I don't have the space right here. Let's set up an envelope. I'll just set the envelope to the frame here, so that we can kind of hear what it's doing. No, come on, slow attack time. Cool. Yeah, faceplant is... I'm gonna keep saying it. It is a great synth. and it does really interesting things. The one thing I want is that they add just an easier way to browse the presets here. That would be absolutely great. The only thing that I don't like right now is that I have to click here, go into this menu to select a different one. I already actually submitted a feature request for it, so they should probably be getting on to that at some point. Just a little plus minus button somewhere, you know, that would be great. Something like that. That's all all I'm asking for with the wavetable synth, because it's kind of unintuitive, you know, to just have to go into a menu and then drop down menu and then find the one that you need. It's kind of cool that when you hover over it that it actually shows the new waveform already. That's kind of helpful, but still it would be better to just be able to just flip through them when you're searching for one. That would be even better. But they're still continuing on working on the synth, so there's gonna be probably a bunch of future updates coming, and yeah, they'll probably get that sorted out as well. Yeah, everybody wanted that. Yeah, I mean, it's such a small little thing to add, right? I think, at least. It would make it a lot easier to browse the presets. And the same thing was for like the other feature request that I submitted was if you have an LFO and you have the LFO editor, right, where you can make your own shapes. If I make my own shape, I might want to reuse that shape at a later point in time, and it would be great to have a little save thingy somewhere where you can just save your own custom shapes in a folder and you can reload them later. That would be absolutely great. That is another thing that I asked for, because I think that would be, well, it would make it even better, you know? A lot of times I make custom shapes, you know, like very fast decaying shapes, you know, for different types of ones. If I make kick drums, for instance, different patterns, you know, like sequenced patterns and stuff. It would be great if you could just save those and then reload them, but as I said, I already submitted that one as well, so. Some hours ago I put maybe a 15-second record wave from my microKORG into the planned. Falcon could handle it even more better. What are you talking about? Falcon can't do audio rate mod with it to it. No, exactly. That's true. I'm not gonna sit here and compare Falcon to Faceblend. Both are great synths and both are very good at particular things. They kind of aim to be the same thing, although, you know, although Kilohertz with Faceblend have really put a lot of emphasis on the options with audio routing, you know, when it comes to doing audio rate modulations, as how they like to call it. That is something that is, in my opinion, what makes Faceblend so good. It's that you can just use anything to FM anything, pretty much. It's fun. And that's something I'm really having a lot of fun with. Like, let's just get to that, right? Let me just make a... Let's go somewhere else. Let's go somewhere here where there's nothing else playing. Well, that will be somewhere around here. Let's just program some notes. Or just one note, maybe. Let's, I guess I can just initialize the patch. See, so the thing is, you can just FM anything. Like, you can just do regular FM, right? Just FM this, or FM the shift here, or do phase modulation. So now this oscillator is controlling three things at the same time. It's controlling these three knobs that I just moved this thingy underneath it. And, that turns it into a mess. By the way, that is a really interesting thing what just happened. Because it also speeds up. What if we add some glide? Let's try that out. Interesting. Damn, that sounds like a really unstable saw wave. Like it's a saw wave, but it just does some weird movement. I love it. But you know, I'm just using an oscillator right now to FM this. I could use a sample, right? So I can just take a sampler if I want, and I can take a sample. Let's just take something. Something that I know the key of. Let's take a Reese bass. So I'm gonna take this sample. That's just a Reese. So let's place that in here, and that is in the key of E. So let's do... I'm playing an E0, so let's set it to E0 as well. Can we go... We cannot go to E0. Oh, let's go to E1. I'll have to adjust it right here then. Okay. So now I can use this instead. So I could also, for instance, use this to FM this oscillator. I mean, that sounds a little weird. Let's... Now I'm FMing this saw wave with a sample. Now the sample is saw wave based, so it kind of sounds similar. But you get what I mean. You can do like really weird things with it. You can use like a sample, and you can pretty much throw anything you want in that sample, which makes it even better. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm not sure what kind of troll we have in the chat right now, or if he's just not serious at all, but such a weird sound. Bassline right there. Let me program that one in actually. That'll make it easier to work on the patch. Because we need to tune this, because it's not exactly right now. Let's add a pitch bend on the end of the last note here. Wait, what? How do you pitch bend here? What? Pitch bend range? Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. Ah. What is that? Polyphony voices? What can you do with that? Interesting. Not sure what that does, but let's go to here. Pitch bend, yeah. Let's take an LFO. Sync that. Nice and slow. Interesting. Somebody's saying, with faceplant, can samples be detuned? You don't have a unison here on the sampler itself. You don't have a unison there. But, actually, let me make a new group and just put a sampler in there. Let me just quickly drop a sample in there, set that to E or F1. Did I set the other one to F? Oh wait, I removed it. Now I can just turn this group off so that we only hear this one. This sampler right now, you don't have an option for unison, right? So you can't really do the unison detune right here. But we can still do it. I need to add an output here so that we can hear it. So there's also a unison section right here. So this is, you have right here on the analog oscillator, you get a unison section where you can add multiple voices and then you can add detuning, and here's your stereo spread, and that's your blend, similar to what you have in Serum where you can blend the middle two voices to the outer voices in terms of volume. You don't have that here, but you have a separate unison section here that applies to the entire patch globally. So this will basically duplicate the entire patch and then just run several different instances of the patch, and there you still get a detune option. So let's say I want to detune this sample, which is already detuned, but let's say we want to detune it again. I could add two voices here and add detune. It's gonna sound like a mess, but... And if I want to stereo spread that, we can do that again. So yes, you can detune samples. And I mean, this could be pretty heavy on the CPU. Like if you've got some other stuff going on in the patch, it's gonna duplicate everything, right? So that could create a lot of voices, depending on how you've set up your synth. And that's why I like this ensemble effect. This ensemble effect, it's not technically unison, but it kind of sounds like it, if you get what I mean. It's kind of like it's a very low on the CPU unison-like effect. I think it's kind of like a chorus or something. It probably does it with a delay or something like that. But you got the option to set it to multiple different voices. You've got the detune option right here, so that kind of does the same thing. So you could also use that. And that only applies to whatever you have running through it. So let's say I send this to lane 1, coming in here, it's gonna run through this one. Sounds kind of similar than to Unison here, for instance. Sounds similar. It's not exactly the same, but you get the deal. Okay, cool. Distortion? Why not? Let's try some more distortion. What the hell? Man, it's so weird. Oh, this should be... Can I do that? Let's try this. Let's see if this works. Obviously it doesn't work the way I want. This thing is really still not the way I want yet. No, that doesn't do what I want. But I could do it with a macro. I mean, I was thinking having this low on the lower notes and then go up on the higher notes. This one. Whoa. What did I assigned it to the wrong thing. Yeah. Sounds really weird right now. Now it's getting there. Moving this up to the second harmonic definitely made a big change. Yeah, that's starting to sound interesting. What? What? Oh, we're still going with the what? Ah, troll. I mean, you can make reasons with anything, you know. You can go for the sample way, you can do it with a synthesizer, and if you know how to synthesize properly, and if you know how to use synthesizers properly, you can get the exact same effect. You get even more control over it. That's the beauty of it, if you can synthesize it. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna say that sampling reasons is not something you should be doing. I mean, do it. Definitely, I do it a lot actually, and it's great if you want to get the more, you know, a little bit more of the old school vibe. But if you listen to like a lot of the modern drum and bass, it's definitely not doing that a lot at the moment. Most of the stuff these days is just FM, pretty much, especially in like heavier drum and bass. Okay, I'm gonna try something weird. What if we take a notch? I'm gonna put it after the distortion. Because technically speaking, you should be able to use this saw wave to modulate the cutoff on this notch filter. I wonder what that is gonna do. I mean, it's doing something, but let's try it out with a different one that's slightly lower so that we can hear what it does. I just want to try it out to see what happens. Interesting. So now this sine wave is basically just moving this cutoff up and down really quickly. You don't really hear much, to be honest. But I guess you can do it. That was just something I wanted to try out to see what would happen. But you can do it probably. Yeah, of course the notch filter can be automated. Well, I mean, you can automate the notch filter with an LFO, right? I'm already automating this one right here, and there is another one right here that I'm not automating, but I could automate that one as well. Let's say I could do this right here. And then not re-trigger, so that it just keeps running. Let's give it a pitch drop at the start. Can I assign it to the global pitch? Oh yeah, nice. Because then we can do some other things as well with this if we want. I'm actually going to save this patch because I might actually be able to use it at some point. Let's tweak that a little bit. What is this gonna turn into? I guess we could maybe do something with that. Interesting. Man, I'm not even gonna bother looking at the chat. Let's grab some drums. Interesting. Weird sound. I'm just gonna save the patch for now. Bass sustain. Okay. Yeah, it's a nice sound, but it doesn't really fit the track, I think. To be honest, I mean, I could try putting it in a track, but I don't think it works. It's a nice sound though, definitely. You know what? Let's go through some of the other ones. Bass attack. I haven't really gone through most of the presets, to be honest. Interesting. Yeah, not sure on this. Where to take it from here. This one is not... Let me just get rid of that. Let's just have a listen and see if something comes to mind. Okay, I'm gonna take that face blend thing out here. Shut up. Come on. Let's move this all to here. Fucking hell. That happened. So that's what we heard earlier in the stream as well. It's indeed the vocals. How to make bassline sounds less electric guitar? Well, don't go for like an electric guitar sound. I mean, if it starts sounding like an electric guitar, that is because you make it sound like that. It's as simple as that. See, now we get double vocals. That's so annoying. Can I freeze that track? Let me freeze that track. Which one is it? It's this one, I think. Yeah. Okay, let me freeze that track. If I freeze it, we don't have to deal with it. Can you show me the rolling hi-hat pattern? Dude, just make 16-note hi-hats. That's all you gotta do. No, it's in this particular track, it's let's see. It's mostly just this percussion right here. And that's layered with like You know, just like a closed hat. That's pretty much it. That did it. Maybe a bit of processing on that layer, but that could work. Let's try a phaser. Why not? What can we do to that? Let's see. Yeah, the main bass is just a low pass raise, indeed. A really distorted one though. It was distorted to crap, and then it was actually low pass, and that kind of made it work again. Sorry. I'm really struggling with this section right here. Like I'm not sure what I want to do in that section. Hey, what was that? Leftover sound from something else. Let's just put that away for now. Yeah, I'm just gonna start by doing this, I guess. I'm just gonna take this entire part. I'm just gonna drop it right here. Let's take this as well. Let's just drop that here. Those sounds are on a track that is turned off. Let's do that. Now vocal-wise, I can take the vocals as well. Let me unfreeze this one for now. Like that. And then I'm gonna freeze this one again. Come on. Hurry up. Okay. like I might not bring the pad back here because I kind of liked it in the intro, but I don't think I want to use it here. I guess this one can come back. Yeah, I'm not sure about this whole brass thing right here. Let's try it without, see what happens. Just gonna play it right here. Let's see what this whole part sounds like without this brass thing. Not sure about that. Like, it kind of also works without. So that's the thing with a lot of these things in the track right now. I'm getting to the point with this track where I'm pretty much done with it, or well, not completely, but I'm getting close to being done. Now it's really just going through every single bit and just figuring out, does it really need to be here, you know? Because a lot of times what you end up doing is just you end up adding sounds, and at some point you're like, well, this sounds kind of nice, but then you're like, well, does that sound that I added like 15 days ago actually still make sense? And sometimes sounds just don't really need to be there anymore. Like, you might have added them like earlier on when you were starting out with the track, but a good example of that one is the sound that actually hasn't made a comeback. The weird sound, this one. If we can hear it. That one has actually not come back yet, so I might just not use it in this track. I might just, you know, save it for a different track. Okay, I really need to figure out this section because I don't really know how it's going to transition otherwise into here. Hey, Yoast. Didn't I just say that I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with this section? Of course it sounds empty if I'm still figuring out what I want to do with that section. I mean, come on. I literally just said it. Yeah, I mean, what I do with my tracks, I don't know, I just play them to myself all day. That's what I do. I lock up some people, some young kids in my basement, and I let them listen to it all day. That's what I do. Let's try actually bringing the pitch bend lead back. Why not? Where is it? It's this one, right? Yeah. See, I feel like this sounds just too out of place for this whole track right now. There's so much going on already. Like, I don't want to clutter it up with even more different sounds. I feel like we should just have a variation on what is going on here. We're just dealing with that gap that I'm not sure about, that I need something for. This gap right here. No, actually it's somewhere here. And just overall, this section of the drop needs something, which I'll have to figure out. Okay, we're missing out a bunch of stuff here, I feel. Let's just go through these things that I turned off. Let's see, that's a brass, that's something I turned off. Yeah, dun. This is turned off. What is this? Okay, let's get rid of that. Ah, that's like left from the first version of the project. What is this? That is a really cool sound. I really like this one. But it's really not gonna fit this track. I'm definitely not removing this sound though. I'm definitely gonna save that for a different track or something.
Make you levitate.
Nah, that's too much, that sound. Yeah, that vocal sound is nice. That vocal sound is definitely nice, but I'm not sure if it'll fit in this track. Like, it's another sound, you know? In a mix that's already very cluttered and very dense. I don't think it'll work. I think it'll be just too much. The only part where it might work is in this section right here, where we have the gap, right? That's where it might work.
Make you levitate.
I mean, that works. That kind of works. Having it right there. And then maybe not here. Maybe a different sound there. And something there. And there needs to be, I think, some percussion or something in this section as well. Because the drums become quite simplistic, minimal, maybe. Like, most of the stuff cuts out, except for, like, the closed hat and the kick and snare. And other than that, pretty much everything cuts out. So maybe I want to have some percussion going. Maybe even a ride or something. I'm too lazy to make one myself. But, do I have some stuff here? I don't give a shit, let's just try it out. Come on, cymbals.
Baby, I'm a playboy.
Cowbell. Now we have to do it.
カウベル
Sometimes she struggles with the most simple words, and then cowbell, she just pronounces cowbell really well. Cowbell. Well, there you have a cowbell. I mean, there you go. Done. Next. Oh. Let's see what the chat is doing other than that. I usually have kick and snare peaking over the mix and was wondering what the best decibel difference that doesn't... What's... And I was wondering what is the best difference in decibel that doesn't hurt mastering after. It totally depends. It totally depends on the track. There's like... it's not really... Like, it's not really, there's not really a right or wrong way to do it. It really depends on what the rest of the track sounds like. But usually speaking, your kick and snare are going to be just a tiny bit louder than maybe the bass. That's usually what I go for, and that usually gives me the best end result. The most important thing is just that everything sits well together, you know? And you can't really say, like, oh, it should be, your kick and snare should be at this level, and your bass should be at this level, and your synths should be at this level. No. It really depends on what is in those synths and what they are doing. You can't really, you know... You can't really just give levels like that. A lot of people always ask for like, oh, what's the best level for this and what's the best level for that? There is no best level. It really depends on everything else that is in your track and how it all blends together. And it's up to you as well. Sometimes it's a stylistic choice to make something louder or quieter. You know, it's your job as a producer to think about these things and what do you want to do. And if you really just want to listen to it, just take a different track, you know? Just take a track from somebody that you like and listen to what they are doing. Analyze the track, you know? Put it in your DAW, take some analyzers and just start analyzing things. Note down how loud is their sub bass, how loud are the drums. You know, the drums are probably going to peak at 0 dB because it's mastered. But you can still kind of figure out, you know, like what they're doing in terms of the levels. Especially if you just compare it to your own track being limited as well, right? So if you have a track that is being mastered and you want a reference to it, then the best thing you can do is just at least have a limiter on your master that is just maybe just giving it a couple of decibels of gain reduction. Not too much, but just 2 or 3 decibels, just so that you know what your track would sound like if it would have been limited. Because that's probably what the master track has, well, what the master track has been done to. They've probably limited it and maybe done some other tiny little tweaks, but the most important thing is getting everything to sit well together. Well, to be honest, if the amount of headroom doesn't really matter as long as you're not clipping. Anybody that tells you, like, if you have a track that is peaking at -3 decibels, and anybody that tells you, like, oh, that's not enough, you should have more headroom. Listen, the guy who's gonna master it, he can just turn it down. And then he has more headroom. It's just that simple. As long as you're not clipping, you're not destroying the audio with clipping, and thus you could you could bring it down a little bit if you want more headroom for the mastering stage. It's just lower the volume, and it'll sound exactly the same, except just a couple of decibels quieter. But if you're clipping, and that clipping is doing something, you know, like maybe you have well, maybe you're clipping and you're bouncing it to MP3. That's gonna do something probably. It's gonna introduce some distortion. But maybe you have something else. I don't know. Just clipping in general could create some unwanted artifacts. And that's not what you want. So as long as you're not clipping, you're gonna be fine. I pretty much always produce with a limiter on my master track. I always have a limiter on here. In fact, right now I have even more stuff on here. There's a compressor, just giving me a little bit of compression on the entire mix, just gelling everything together. Then there's a bit of distortion on the entire track. I mean, why not? And then there's this FabFilter Pro L, which is just doing a little bit of limiting. It's literally just doing like a tiny bit of the peaks. Like it's literally only doing that, like 4 decibels max. You don't really need much more than that. I see sometimes people limiting the tracks and it's like 10 to 15 decibels of gain reduction, and that's all. That's what they're doing to get the track to sound as loud as everybody else. But listen, that's not the way to do it. You know. Get your mix right, and then it'll sound way better, and you don't have to push your limiter as hard. And the thing with mastering is, like, so many people stress about it, but it really, I mean, if your mix is right, then the mastering is just nothing else than making it a tiny bit louder. Granular synths can be great, yeah, can definitely be fun. Sorry man, I'm not doing any feedback today. I already said that, and yeah, I'm gonna stick with that for now. There's the cowbell again. I feel like a ride in this section would be a good choice to do. I think if we add a ride here, that would definitely help to keep things going a little bit. I do think the vocal synth kind of works here. I thought it wouldn't work, but it actually works pretty alright. I think here I'll add a ride or something. And then I have an outro to think about. And I mean, overall, just tweaking, because there's a bunch of things here I probably want to improve a little bit on, but overall the track is definitely taking more shape. If you compare it to like a couple of streams ago, it's a big change. So, I'm gonna take a short bathroom break, and I'll be back in just a bit. Them hats almost have a shepherd tone effect to it. Sounds so cool. Yeah, I done some things to it. Like if you listen to these percussion bits, So let's just listen to the entire percussion. You can hear that something changes here, right? Well, I'm doing something here. This automation right here. See what's happening on the EQ in the bottom right? It's basically boosting a point on an EQ in this section right here, and that does this. So it pretty much all the time it's actually doing that. So it kind of adds some yeah, I don't know, some weird thing. It just creates some more movement, I guess. And I kind of liked it. So, and then especially when that other layer comes in, that it's kind of like a down sweep. I mean, that layers really well on top of the percussion. I guess I can just do that. So that layer is really nice with that. And I mean, yeah, kind of works. And yeah, and that too also has kind of like a shepherd tone effect. It's not technically a shepherd tone. It's just a down sweep. It's just moving down in pitch. That's just it. And it just moves down in pitch and then goes up again. So, it's not really a shepherd tone, but I get what you mean. It gives the impression of, maybe. Cool, so I guess I'll just loop this, and I'll go take a bathroom break, and you guys can listen to it, and I'll be back in just a bit. And yeah, we'll see what we'll do. Maybe work on this for a little bit more, but we might just do open some other projects and see what else I have. Yeah, I gotta take a leak right now, so I'm gonna take a piss and I'll be back in just a bit, and then we'll continue. So I'll be back in just a bit.
Make you levitate.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. Fixed it. I didn't really say anything too special, so
Make you levitate.
try something weird.
Make you levitate.
Or not.
Make you levitate.
I still hear like a brass layer in there, just going dun 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 dun, kind of like what this one is doing.
Make you levitate.
Maybe I just need to use it there, and not use it this much. Like, look at it. It's like brass, 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 more brass, more brass. That's just what it's doing. Maybe I should just use it like once or twice in the entire track. That might be a better choice.
Make you levitate.
I feel it does kind of tie the whole thing together. Like, there's a gap there, and it needs something, and I feel like this is kind of fun. Wait, what? Artifacts, what headphones can you recommend for drum and bass? Are there specific headphones for drum and bass now? No, I'm just taking the piss with you, man. No, I mean, any type of headphones that are good for music production should be good for drum and bass. It's like, there's not like a specific type of headphone you would use for drum and bass. Just get anything that is good for music production, that is labeled for like studio use. And just look up reviews, you know, look up reviews, see which ones are like well reviewed. If you want to go for like a pair of headphones, just look them up and see what other people like about them. I use AKG myself, and I'm pretty happy with them. But there's plenty of other brands, you know. Bea Dynamic is a really famous one and really popular one as well. And Audio Technica, for instance. And there's countless of other ones. Yeah, just don't get one of those cheap ass headphones, because those usually don't have a good bass response. And they're usually not built that well either. There are, of course, exceptions, probably. There's probably going to be good headphones for, like, little money, but I don't know. I've had some cheaper ones in the past, and they are definitely shit. But, like, it doesn't really matter what type of brand it is, or it's more like what I would do, at least, before buying one, if you have the option, though, like, if some people just don't have, like, a pro audio store near them, but if you do, just go there, you know, take some music with you that you really know well, and just go to a store and just tell them, like, hey, listen, I want to buy a new pair of headphones, and especially if it's like a professional audio store, like we have a couple of ones out here, but if it's like a store like that, if you go there with, you know, like a USB stick with some of your own music, or some music that you know very well because you've listened to it, like, time and time again, like, if you're a big fan of, I don't know, Mephius, for instance, if you like his stuff, or maybe you are a big fan of DJ Hype, I don't know, just to say a name, take some of his tracks with you, and just go there, and just say, like, hey, listen, I would love to hear what these tracks sound like on a couple of different pair of headphones, so that I can choose which one I want to have for myself. And if it's like a professional audio store, then they will probably totally understand. I mean, I have a couple of ones out here, and if I go there and just take some of my own stuff that I made myself so that I know what it sounds like, and I go there and I just tell them, they're like, okay, sure, just put it on and have a listen. I mean, and that's what I would do, at least. I mean, it would be fun if there would be, like, specific headphones for specific genres. But no, that's not the way it works. But yeah, just go to a store, you know, and check. That's probably the best advice I can give you.
Make you levitate.
I still feel like the transition here and this section feels too distinct from the other part of the track, if you get what I mean. Like, I feel like these two sections, like this section right here, when we make the switch, should still have something from this section to tie it together. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but not that though. Come on. Nice. Okay, the drums are going into that pattern as well here. Might want to go for this. The drums go into a slightly different pattern here, I think. Oh no, actually they stay the same. I mean, I guess it works. Yeah, I'm just not sure about that section yet. That section definitely needs some work, but I'm not sure. Invert the first and second part of the drop? What are you talking about? You mean swap them over? You mean switch this with that? No way. No fucking way. That's gonna take that's gonna sound like such a gigantic anticlimax when the drop hits. Because this section is sounding a lot less energetic than this. That has just a lot bigger, higher pace because of all the percussion, so no. That's not what I'm gonna do. It's just I need to figure out what I want to do in that section. I'm not sure about that. Plus, I should save.
Make you levitate.
Yeah, so this section needs a lot of work. That's just pretty much the only section of the track that really needs some work. Other than that, most of the other section sounds pretty alright. It's just that that particular section is a little weird. Yeah, I do like the brass in front of the drop. I had it slightly different before, and I was just using the brass like throughout the entire track pretty much. I was using it in the intro and I was using it in the drop, and it just didn't felt right. But this part alone really does it.
make you levitate.
That part really works. So yeah, I like that. One thing I'm wondering about, what if I take this and drop this here?
Make you levitate.
Yeah, that is definitely gonna work. The levitate part is gonna be in this section. That is definitely gonna work better. I think. Because it already made this section sound a lot more energetic with that part of the vocal there. Yeah. I think that works better. Now I'm not sure if it has copied over everything, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unfreeze this. Okay, that's looking good. Let's refreeze that, so it's gonna do this again. Yeah, sometimes I don't really get what he's saying either. Yeah, the vocal definitely works in this section a lot better. That was a good choice. And that has to be tweaked. I do feel we need something in that section, that 1B section, that is definitely a little empty. It's because most of the percussion cuts out. See, we have a lot of 16th note percussion in this section of the drop, and I do want to take that out. That's the main thing. I want to take most of that out, because otherwise it's just going to continue with the same kind of groove. And I want this section to feel like it is less full, but still has a high amount of energy. So I'm gonna try adding a ride. Let's see. Let's put a sampler in here. The levitate repetition is made with the echo. Yeah, it's made with echo. It's indeed the echo device. It's quite a good delay, I have to be honest. But I also picked up a different delay, and holy shit, do I like it a lot. I picked up the Valhalla delay. That one is absolutely insane. This one. It's really, really good. Especially on these weird modes, like this ghost mode.
levitate,
Like that kind of stuff is really fun.
levitate,
Like how fun is that? Can get nasty pretty quickly, but it's really fun. And it has this other mode called pitch, which kind of is similar, but then has a pitch shifter. So it goes in like semitones. Really weird stuff.
Levitate.
Like detune the delay. So the delay is really wide, but the actual vocal is still rather centered. Really weird. Yeah, Valhalla is really good for pretty much anything that they do. But I hadn't really used this one yet, and I was like, holy shit, this is actually pretty damn fun. Like, it does such weird things. What the fuck? Beautiful. It's so weird. Yeah, lol. It's really weird, but it's a really cool one. Can definitely advise playing with that. But yeah, I mean, I've been using the reverbs a lot from the Valhalla. They're still like my favorite reverb plugins. So I was like, well, let's get the delay. Looks pretty fun, and it is pretty fun. Oh yeah, right. Keep forgetting that I was gonna add it right. Right. Let's just grab the first one. I guess that's the pattern that we need. Just a 1/4 ride. Come on. Why? That's something I don't get. If you have like one sample in a sampler and you convert that sampler to a simpler, it turns it into a multi-sampled instrument. Why would it do that if I only have one sample in the sampler? I mean, that's clearly one sample, so if I convert that to a simpler, it should just immediately go to the one-shot mode or something like that, but somehow it doesn't. Okay, different one. I kind of want a ride that sounds a little bit more interesting. That one is like super short. Still kind of works though. Is there a reverse switch in here? There is not. Okay, back to a sampler. That one kind of fits nice. Yeah, I could do that that sub distortion trick. I use it a lot myself as well. I'm actually using it right here, in this particular instance. That sound. That's kind of made in the same way, because without this overdrive, it just sounds like that. So it's kind of the similar thing, right? Just having like a sub bass and some white noise, overdrive, high pass. That's kind of the same thing. I could do that to the right as well. I mean, yeah, I mean, we could try it. Might be fun. Okay, sub needs to be quieter. And then high pass it afterwards to get rid of the sub again. Like, that can be fun. I'm not sure if I like it in this particular instance, but I think I'll not do it on this particular one, but yeah, it is a technique that can be fun to do on certain sounds. Like, sometimes I'll let's try this out. Let's try something weird. Weird. It's weird. It's weird. Like 1 dB of difference just. that sounds weird. That's weird, but I kind of like it. We'll have to figure the right